Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. Today in FIFA 20 we received a new update and it was a huge update. It was around 5 gigs and I think most of the content has to do with CONMEBOL Libertadores stuff and we should be seeing that over the next few days in Ultimate Team. But something EA kind of just slid on in there where it changes to overload ball side and constant pressure defensive tactics. And it's supposed to impact the stamina of your players if you play them. So I'm curious how that's going to make a change into the game, if it's going to completely eliminate overload ball side. We did make a video a few weeks ago about overload ball side, a rant saying it was ruining FIFA, especially when you combine that with one depth drop back. It just made this wall in front of the net that was hard to get through. So I'm glad they are listening to us and making some changes, but I guess the question is, did they make enough of a change? Because I kind of wish they would have just removed it out of there. But I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they've impacted the stamina enough to where you can't even really play with it. So we'll see if you can play with it a full game. And I guess that's because it's true. You know, in previous patches we've had in multiple FIFAs, sometimes they'll say they've changed this, 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 and this. And then you go into the game and it feels exactly the same. And you're like, what did they change? And then sometimes they say, okay, we made one change to shooting. We slid it up 2 notches and now you can make finesse shots, and then you go into the game and it's just a brand new game and you're like, what happened? So let's see what this change is going to do to the game. I'm very curious. Let's make sure. Okay, everyone's already on 99 fitness. Perfect. So let's just go into a match, see what this is going to be. We're going to put it on overload ball side from minute 1. We're going to play the full 90 on overload ball side, and just to see what type of impact this is going to have. If you can play a full 90 with it, if you can play with it for a half, or if you can just play with it for 10 minutes and it's just going to wear everybody out. So I'm really curious to see what this is going to do. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe down below. This is my Christmas to Glory team. I restarted at Christmas. I just wanted a new challenge in FIFA, and this has been a lot of fun. So everyone we have on this team we've gotten since Christmas. I'm really enjoying playing with this team. We may finally have a team that I feel is good enough to make that push to Division 1. I do play in Division 1 on my main account whenever I do play on there. So we'll see if we do decide to make that push. It might be kind of fun because the rewards from Division 1 is an ultimate pack, and those packs are just absolutely insane. So might be a good idea to try to make that push if I decide to put the time in. But there are some insane teams in Division 2. It's been crazy. Just that's been probably the most eye-opening thing to me, and I've kind of talked about this. You know, you kind of, when you play in Division 1, you think a Division 4 player is not anywhere near your level, but playing some of these Division 4, Division 3, Division 2 players is making my way back up. There are some actually pretty good players down there, so I mean it's kind of surprising that it's not that big of a difference between Division 1 and Division 4. And if you're a Division 4 player wanting to make that push, just realize it's only some little things. It's not something completely drastic. So, and as you can see here, we're going up against a pretty monstrous team. They've got the Henrikh Larsson Prime Icon Moments, Ben Yedder Player of the Month, Mbabu. They've got the Zakaria. So just pretty monstrous team right here that we're going to have to deal with. So we're going to have to be on our best form, and this will be a good test to see what happens with our stamina from overload ball side. So let's just see. And it doesn't really matter win, lose, or draw. The main thing is I just want to see what happens with our stamina. So got it on overload ball side. Let's put it on our 4-2-3-1. And you know, early on we won't be able to notice any changes. I mean, I hope it's not like you wouldn't notice it in the first few minutes, but maybe around halftime, and I'm assuming maybe around the time that you normally make your subs, like 60 minutes, 70 minutes, something like that. So I'm really interested to see how much they've changed this. Oh, come on, Nainggolan, hold on to the ball, baby. But we've got to be on our best to be able to put up with this team. And I'm hoping we could snatch a goal early so we can focus more on our stamina than necessarily having to chase the game. Not a good pass. To me, that's the thing they need to fix the most is passing. The passing this year has been terrible. I think that would overcome so many of the problems in the game if our passing was better. Because right now it's so hard to get around certain things because you just never know where your passes are going to go. And that's part of what makes things so frustrating is your passing. So we've got a guy playing kind of pressure. So that's maybe make it a kind of a wide open match to really test out our stamina. Not good defending by me, but we got to run this down now. All right, so good recovery. Kind of get set up here. Get Essien and Nainggolan on the case. Oh, just out of Essien's reach. Good job by Sergio Ramos. Get it a little wide. Can we get Mkhitaryan making a run? He's on. He was played on. Let's go. Nice pass. Mertens. Terrible pass to Politano. And see, and there we go. Just one terrible pass, and our entire attack is done. We're now back in defense and transition defense. Countering is so OP this year. So when you can get out on the counter, get out on the break, it makes it so much easier to score. So now we get set up again. At Ferland Mendy. Ferland Mendy's getting frisky up there at left back, making that run. Ferland Mendy wants to bomb up the pitch for us. Oh, that was supposed to go to Mertens. That was supposed to go to Nainggolan. Oh. Good defending from Kondogbia, but terrible pass out. That outlet pass from the back has probably been the thing that's affected me the most this year. I've played that way every year in FIFA, you know, kind of doing that through ball pass to play out of the back just to kind of get it a little bit in front of your players. But this year it just like shoots it out from the back. So it's hard to make that through ball pass to get out of the back. All right, go Mkhitaryan. Now that's where I missed some speed as my wide cam. But there's where I'm liking it. Come on, Mkhitaryan got blocked. Couldn't quite get set in time as the defender had recovered. This has been a very well played match. I mean, this guy's a very solid player. And so that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you're someone in a lower division that wants to make it up to a higher division, just know it's not that drastic of a difference. You know, you just keep practicing. It's little things. It's that's what I usually see. Like especially when I was coming from like Division 4, the things that separated were just minor little things. And so if you can clean up some of those, you can certainly make it on up to whatever division you want to get to. Trying to concentrate a little. Oh, not good defending by me. Ramos, nice recovery. And that's one thing I need to do a little less of. I get a little too frisky on defense this year. Just had a chance to look at my stamina and I lose the ball looking at my stamina. But our stamina is a lot lower than it normally is at this point in the match. It is way, way lower than it is normally in the match. So I think they have definitely impacted stamina a lot this year, or a lot from this change. I'm looking at Nainggolan, Mkhitaryan, they're all around halfway or lower. Politano, deep. Oh, see, that's a ball I feel like needs to get through too. That deep cross at least. Come on, Mendy, Mertens. Mertens showing too much of the ball. Yeah, Florenzi is spent. Florenzi's usually not this low at all, even at 90 minutes. Good job by Essien. Let's see if we can set up one final attack. Didn't quite get it out the way I wanted. Got Nainggolan making a run. Come on, baby. I pushed it too far in front. Come on, come on, come on. Now we need to stop the one last attack. Ramos getting over there and booting it out. Hopefully, get on, get on, get on. Okay. So halftime 0-0. It's been a pretty defensive match. We've both had a couple chances that had kind of had that like last second save. So let's look at seeing our stamina here. People are definitely lower. Mertens is already under halfway. Nainggolan and Essien are both close to halfway. The back line, like Mendy and Ramos, I can notice a lot. Like those guys, my back four is usually pretty high in stamina, even at 90 minutes. So I think this may get a little ugly around the 60-minute, 70-minute mark, something like that. So I'm going to be really interested to see. And I'm not going to make any subs. I just want to see what it's like at 90 minutes if you played a full match on overload ball side after this change. So let's see. Hopefully we could just grab us a goal early. Come on. Mendy. We'll try to grab a goal, and then we'll see if we can hang on for dear life with our low stamina players. Good defending. Sergio Ramos has had a heck of a match. He is a monster back there. Get over. Kondogbia is not to be outdone. Makes a really nice tackle. We're not doing too well in the midfield. Not owning that the way we should. Another errant pass. At least we maintain possession. Yeah, Florenzi is really spent at this point. Not a good pass. Good defending from our man there. Good job. Get on it, Nainggolan. And I'm seeing a pretty drastic change. It feels like in the second half they are just draining down to nothing. Mertens is already really low. Mendy's dropping. Politano, who has really high stamina. I never have to sub off Politano. Woo! Yeah, Florenzi's going so slow right now. Come on, Nainggolan. Ramos, another cool, calm, and collected save. And there's one, he just like drifted with the ball into the defender. Nainggolan struggling for breath. Oh, we just let Mbappe get by us, but nice save for Stegen. All right, Mkhitaryan's got some space now. Can we come up with anything at all? No. But he did get fouled. So see, Dries Mertens is asking for a breather. He's like, come on, get me off, get me off. I'm dying out here. I don't know if I could really score from this position. Let's try one of these things here. I mean, it would be close. I mean, it could maybe bury that. Try running Mertens around the side. He's going to cover it, so we'll go here. Go to Essien. Essien gets blocked. Too many bodies. Nainggolan in no mood to be running. Oh, Ramos does let one get by him, but good save there, Kondogbia, baby. Yeah, Ramos, I don't know if that has to do with stamina, but Ramos had kind of made the tackle, but then he wasn't able to get the ball. So, oh, I was looking up top, gave up a terrible. Come on, Kondogbia, nice save. Ter Stegen bailing us out, so thank you for that, Ter Stegen. Nice bailout save. Mkhitaryan calling for a breather at this point. Let's go ahead and pause the game. We're in the 72nd minute. Look at Mertens. Look at Nainggolan. Look at Essien. Even Kondogbia, Ramos, Mendy. I mean, all of them are just struggling. So I think this answers their question. We're not going to be able to play overload ball side for 90 minutes. I don't know that I'd feel comfortable playing it for 20 minutes even. I mean, because if this is going to drain you guys that much, I mean, that little boost that you get from playing overload ball side for just a short amount of time, I don't know if it's going to be worth it. I don't know. So I'll give fair play to EA on that. They did seem to really make that impact your stuff. So I will give them some credit for that. So let's see if we can hang on for anything with our low stamina players. We're pretty much not going to be able to sprint at all. We're turning the ball over, and then we give up a goal. So our players are just getting killed on stamina. We end up giving up a goal from that. So I think overload ball side is going to end up being a hindrance to us rather than helping us at this point. And his Mbappe able to get by and bury a goal. Get over there, Mertens. Ramos again with the tackle. He's digging deep. Politano's got the most stamina of anyone on our team. So yeah, I mean that ball was just taken from him with looking at him. I mean that was crazy. Politano's fighting for it. Let's see if we can get anything set up here. We're just getting run down by anybody now. We just cannot get free from anybody. Essien just had his foot on the ball, did nothing. All right, Lautaro, see if we can end up salvaging anything from this one. I think the sprint button is just off limits. We do have Mertens coming through the middle. Nainggolan. And that was like Mertens wasn't even there. So there we go. I mean, that's just going to end up costing us the match. You know, we're just not able to do it. I feel like it affected the match even pretty early. That was when I looked in the first half and I saw that there was that high of a stamina drop. I mean, it was just really crazy. So, you know, for to have that just fall off that early, it was just, I do think EA has really bumped it up. So the stamina loss is going to, I think, just basically eliminate overload ball side from play now. And as he gets another goal, I mean, meaningless goal didn't really mean anything there. So pretty crazy to see how big of a change that has made. Let me pause. Oh man, I wanted to pause it so I could see my players. But I guess we could kind of see them from there. I wish I would have paused it to be able to see what their stamina was. But let's see. What I'm kind of curious about too is what their fitness levels drop. So let's look down here at fitness. So you can see Mertens lost 9, Nainggolan lost 9, Kondogbia and Ramos lost 8, even Ter Stegen lost 4. I mean, usually a keeper will lose 1, maybe 2 if it won 120 minutes. He lost 4. So even the keepers are having their stamina impacted when you're playing overload ball side. So, I mean, it's just crazy how much this has impacted the game. Our players were just completely spent by about the 60th to 70th minute, just basically worthless at that point. So I do think overload ball side is going to be gone. I don't think you're going to really be able to play with it. Let's see what the white owl said to us. He says you're still playing overload, haha. We'll say it's testing for a vid. So our man was even surprised we were playing overload. Send that on all to the White Owl. So congratulations on your win, White Owl. No big deal. We'll get it back here shortly. So it's just crazy. So I'm guessing that's also kind of interesting. If you do go up against someone playing overload ball side, then move the ball side to side, wear their players down. It's not even going to take that long to wear them down. I felt it. Maybe later in the first half, maybe 30 to 40 minutes of the first half, it was seeing that there was a difference there. So make sure to wear your opponents down. So pretty crazy how much it has impacted it. But anyways, guys, this is going to wrap up the video. If you like the video, please give me a big thumbs up. I'd say no more overload ball side. Don't play that anymore. It's not worth the benefit it gives you. For me, it was only a huge benefit when you combined it with one depth drop back. It was nice when you even had it, for other things, but it's not that huge of a benefit that it's going to impact good players that much. I mean, it's going to impact it slightly, but it's nothing. We'll adjust. We'll learn to defend our own way and take care of business the way we always have. But anyways, if you like the video, big thumbs up, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me everywhere, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.